DK is famous for its ultimate guides books, has a lot of them, and finally we have one for Warhammer 40K. Let's take a look what's inside of this book. Is it interesting? Can it be used as a painting guide? And so on and so forth. Alright, so this looks very, very, very nice. And they start the book with the lion, the newest Primarch, newly found Primarch. Very beautiful Crimson Fists art over here. And let's take a look at the contents. So they explain us what the Warhammer is, what the hobby is. They split stuff by the factions. So obviously there is an Empire, there is Chaos, and there are Xenos. And seemingly all the major factions are present. So let's take a look. Very nice introduction from Leviathan box. So it's up to date, most up to date 10th edition. And here they explain us what a Warhammer hobby is. Timeline. Really love this guy. Looks incredibly cool. Warhammer Worlds. The Space Hulk, the oldest Space Hulk picture over here. That is incredibly nice. A hobby. So this page is all about hobby. How do you build and paint things? And of course there are books here, Dark Imperium. And we proceed to the Empire. Alright. A dying Empire. So they introduce here the latest news in the grim darkness of the far future. Cicatrice Maledictum is here. Imperium Sanctus, Imperium Nihilus. They explain what is where. Brief timeline, Dark Age of Technology, Horus Heresy, and so on and so forth. Really cool. And the Space Marines. These are the Space Marines. Nice, nice arts, guys. Ultramarines, of course. What else could they start with rather than Ultramarines? We can see really nice pictures of Ultramarines. So a bunch of this is Tigurius, obviously. This is Uriel Ventris with a decent face this time. Of course, the Primarch himself. I immediately can see that these pictures can be used for a painting guide, pretty much. You can take a look at how they painted things here, and you can try to replicate them. The only problem I see here is that you have to know what colors are used. They even have Centurions here. Wow, this is really cool. This is incredibly cool, guys. Officers. All sorts of officers, some captains. This is an ancients, this is a sergeants, lieutenants, specialists. Yes, librarians. Very, very nice pictures. I'm not even reading the text here. And we have the evolution of Marneus Calgar. So I think this is the very first Marneus Calgar there. Sitting, like squatting here. He looks incredibly funny. This is the second one, seemingly. This is the third one. And of course, the one that we have built on this channel previously. Really cool Marneus Calgar. Some Terminators, veterans, Blade Guard veterans. Looking really cool. They explain us what is what. Crook's Terminator shows right to wear Terminator armor, so this guy can wear Terminator armor. And of course there are different patterns of Terminator armor here. Really nice. Thunderhawk gunship. So this thing, I'm really waiting for this thing to be a plastic miniature. And I'm not even sure if one can call it a miniature, because I think it's like more than half a meter long. So far it's just Raisin from Forge World. Unfortunately, some more flyers. Older kind of rhino based things over here. Whirlwinds, Predators, and so on. Newer ones, repulsors, repulsor executioner, gladiators, impulsors. They explain how it works. Very, very good. Of course, the whole page, actually 2 pages, are reserved for Land Raiders. This is Land Raider Excelsior. You can buy them only in Warhammer World, I believe. I actually have one. That's a really cool mini. Okay, dreadnoughts. All sorts of dreadnoughts. They explain us what kind of dreadnoughts are there. I think this covers pretty much all the more or less modern dreadnoughts. And now they move to the other chapters. Dark Angels, obviously with Lionel Johnson, Primarch. All sorts of officers. Cool new minis, like Inner Circle guys. Really, really cool. Terminators. Deathwing Knights. Blood Angels come next. Lovely. Love this dreadnought. Blood Angels were never my cup of tea, but they are incredibly cool. Space Wolves. This old mini of Logan Grimnar is present here. Really cool. White Scars. I think they kind of showcase here what are the strong points of the chapters, because for White Scars they show us all sorts of bikes, land speeder, invader ATP, and so on and so forth. So they emphasize the swiftness of White Scars. And Imperial Fists are present here. Thor Garadon leading them. And yeah, well, okay, so Iron Hands are also here. They are not that important. Iron Father Theros coming next. Salamanders and Raven Guard. I really like the drop pods. Raven Guards are here. Grey Knights. Grey Knights are kinda important. And look at this. What the heck is that, guys? Just like a small little piece reserved for Deathwatch? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You must be kidding me. Look. This is well undeserved. This is very undeserved. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. I'm really unhappy how they deal with Deathwatch. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Let's be angry together. Black Templars, obviously new range of minis over here. I really like this guy. Incredibly cool. And we move in the territory of Adepta Sororitas. They explain us what Adepta Sororitas are, what are their bread and butter units. Morven Val, really cool mini. Took me a while to build it, but it looks amazing. They explain us what the orders are. A bunch of really well painted minis. This, guys, the quality of this book and the quality of the illustrations is overwhelming. It is really cool. They explain us what kind of Adepta Sororitas armies are there, and even the older minis are present. Wow, look. So this is how it all started with this mini, with this picture, and they made a mini of it. They're really cool. This is Saint Celestine, is the first mini I was given as a gift for Adepta Sororitas army. I still have it. Wow, they spend more time on Adepta Sororitas than, most of Space Marine chapters. Look at this. Yeah, but this tank deserves a whole page. That is very true. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, Archiflagellants, incredibly dangerous beasts. Adeptus Mechanicus come next. Let's see. Of course, the Belisarius Cole is present in his magnificent glory on the first page of Adeptus Mechanicus. Some sort of troops over here. They explain us what Forge Worlds are and what kind of Forge Worlds are there. Really nice. Cyborg armies. Yeah. So, I really like the Cataphren destroyers. They look amazing. Yeah, okay. So there's some cavalry and flyers. Unbelievable. Cyborgs. Love these guys. Love these guys. Do they have an Onager? Do they have Onager? Yes, they do. They do have an Onager Doomcrawler over here. This mini is top notch. Really like the Castellans. I think I'm a huge fan of Adeptus Mechanicus, to be honest. I don't have a lot of them, but the ones that I do have are amazing. Next come Astra Militarum. This is a regular army, guys, in the dark future. Some sort of Astra Militarum folks over here. Cadians, they explain us who the Cadians are, Kasarkin and whatnots. Yeah, nice. Catachans. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Catachans got any sort of updates recently, apart of course from this guy and Slime Marble. Slime Marble, I'm not even sure if Slime Marble is not in plastic but in resin. Okay, other regiments, of course there are 1 billion regiments. Vostrian Firstborn, one of my favorites, really old looking minis. Guns Ghosts, of course, are here. And Imperial Auxilia, Solar Auxilia. I think these are from the Horus Heresy kind of thing. And yeah, Militarum Tempestus. So the Tempestus guys. I don't think they have new Tempestus. The flying ones, the Aquilons, seemingly not. Lord Solar Leontus. People say there is a really cool book about him over there. A new Commissar. There is an older one too, by the way. I'm not sure if they show it anywhere here. And of course the tanks. The Bane Blades. And the other goodness. Of course, whoever played Dawn of War have seen the Bane Blades tanks. I'm pretty sure you guys are very familiar. But apparently there is a whole family of those tanks over here. So it's not only the Bane Blades, it's also Shadow Swords, Stormlord, Hellhammer, Stormward. You can't even count all of them. The different options of these tanks. Okay, some older tanks, Lemon Russ, looking cool, and the newer Rogel Dorn. This one looks incredibly cool, by the way. If I am to build an Astra Militarum army, it will be definitely based on these kind of tanks. They are amazing. Okay, some artillery. That's a lot of it. Unbelievable. So, for those of you who have read the books about Caiaphas Cain, the Commissar, now you can actually see what kind of equipment they are using in their regiments. Okay. Flyers, really cool. This is Arvus Leiter. Whoever played Rogue Trader, you recognize this one, because this is the one that is being used there. Or at least the one that looks exactly the same. Alright, Talons of the Emperors, also known as Adeptus Custodes and Sisters of Silence. Let's see if they have Sisters of Silence here. Of course, Trajan Valoris over here. Looking really cool, incredibly cool mini. Some sort of Guardians. Some sort of equipment, heavy equipment here. Do they have Terminators? Not sure if they do. Let's see. Maybe they must have. Okay, Sisters of Silence. It's actually peculiar that they don't show the Terminators. Am I missing them? Am I blind over here? Yeah. All right. That is peculiar. Where the heck are the custodian terminators? Are they going to update them? Yeah. Anyways, the terminators were not particularly easy to assemble in my experience. I didn't enjoy them that much. Of course, a Land Raider, venerable Land Raider as they call it. Yeah, we have seen all this before. And we move to the other Imperial forces. Okay, so it's Inquisition. A bunch of Inquisitors. Let's see. So I think I have pretty much everybody here apart from the Karamazov guy and the Kotes. Kotes is too new, and Karamazov is, if I remember it correctly, is Raisin. So not enjoyable to assemble. But these ones I do have, and we will build them on the channel really soon. Imperial forces, I'm pretty sure there will be a bunch of videos about them too. So I have all the assassins. I actually have a box where all 4 assassins are present. So this was a board game, and I bought it secondhand online. Imperial Knights, really, really, really cool looking Imperial Knights. There will be a Christmas box from Games Workshop with Imperial Knights, but I just learned that not all Knights options are gonna be feasible there, so it will be 1 Knights and a bunch of army gears, like 4 of them. And of course, these are the army gears. I possess 1 randomly. It was a gift from a friend. And we have Kerastus from the Horus Heresy era. So these are also looking incredibly cool. They're less hunched. So yeah, I'm still looking into trying to get some of them. The Titans. Okay, this is a Scout Titan, Warhound, and this is a Warlord Titan. I'm not very knowledgeable about the Titans, but they look incredibly cool. And of course, Xenos also have Titans. I think some of those Titans might be in Raisin. Forces of Chaos. Ooh, Chaos. Ooh, look at this. Look at this art, guys. Look at this art. Isn't this amazing? This art is amazing. Okay, Chaos Demons. They explain us what the demons are. They explain us the powers of chaos, of course, the Horn, Zinch, and Nurgle, and Slanesh. And I think these are the greater demons of those forces. Really cool looking ones. And these are the demons of Khorne. Really funny. Blood letters. I think the blood letters are incredibly old. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they're old by the look of them. Some of the demons are quite good looking though. These are the Zinch ones. Really like this one. He's actually an actual size. So this is, you see, 1-to-1. This is how large this mini is. This is incredibly cool. Most of other minis here, they are actually larger than in reality. So the pictures are really, really, really good. Okay, Nurgle friends, Slanesh. Very, very disturbing. Very, very nice. This is the Be'lakor. He is also 1-to-1 size, so this mini is humongous. You can see how large it is. It is incredibly cool. These are the older ones, I think. Actually, Vashtor is a new one, and Soul Grinder, I'm pretty sure, is quite old. Yeah, really cool looking. And of course, just to make sure, these are not all the demons that are there. So you can have more if you want. Obviously. Going forward, Chaos Space Marines. They explain us who the Chaos Space Marines are. Really, really beautiful arts and some fluff here. Of course, they start with Abaddon the Despoiler. A really cool mini. I'm not sure if I possess one or not, but I will definitely be interested into building one. Bunch of older minis over here. These are the Black Legion guys. I'm pretty sure I have a Terminator Lord unassembled. I think we have built one of these Terminators on the channel, and we will build more of them. A Rhino. Okay, some cool bikes. Havocs. Havocs look actually pretty cool. I would be really looking into building Havocs if I can have any in my possession. Chaos Vindicator, and of course a Chaos Land Raider. I'm actually curious how much of a standard Land Raider this kit is. By the way it looks, you just put some additional things on top of it, and you just use fancy twin las cannons instead of the standard ones. But yeah, and over here the bolters also look different. But other than that, it looks very much like a standard Land Raider. Not that much of a difference. This mini looks incredibly cool, and I'm pretty sure it is not particularly new. And of course the Warp Smith. I think I have one, and I really intend to build one on this channel. This is gonna be another exercise of building a mini without instructions, because I got one secondhand and there were no instructions. Demon engines, really beautiful ones. Unbelievable. You can see a Helldrake being destroyed in a Space Marine 2 game in a really funny way. If you blink, you can miss it. So it is just like 1 second cutscene over there. Some older, really bulky things like Obliterators. Very cool. They even have the Angron and Lord of Skulls. So Lord of Skulls, we can see that he is 1-to-1. He is of actual size. He is really large. Compared to other minis on the tabletop, he is incredibly large. I actually learned this recently because I saw pictures from a game people were playing, and I was surprised how large it is. Alright, Thousand Suns. Magnus, look at this mini. Magnus the Red. This mini is humongous. I think it's basically size of a knight, and we can see that this is the actual size here. I really like the Terminators. Terminators are one of my favorites, Scarab Occult Terminators. You can kill a bunch of them in Space Marine video game, starting with chapter 4, I think, or maybe even 3. And alright, so fans of Nargle, Death Guard with really beautiful mini of Mortarion. Also, natural 1-to-1 size over here. Incredibly cool. This looks incredibly cool. We gonna build. I'm not entirely sure about these minis, if they are standard or not, because you cannot say this about any Death Guard. But we're gonna build a bunch of really cool looking Death Guard from Space Marine Heroes series. I don't remember which one, 3 or 2 or whatever. They have a bunch of Death Guard minis over there. Fabius Bile, obviously. Emperor's Children. Really old minis. Rumor has it we will have new minis really soon, because especially these ones, they are incredibly expensive. So if I am not mistaken, Emperor's Children are about to get a facelift in the beginning of 2025, so really soon. And these are the minis through time. So this is old Typhus, new Typhus. Old Abaddon, new Abaddon. Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing, guys. This is unbelievable. I really love it. I really love it. So some Terminators over here, Word Bearers and Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors actually don't have that much of a unique mini, seemingly. Yeah, that is why they are just presented here as one page. Okay, these guys are Night Lords. What is not on this picture is the brand new Night Lords kill team that has a lot of really beautiful minis. Actually, yeah, no, Night Lord Visionary. This one is here. This one is here. And Screecher, actually, I'm not entirely sure about this creature. This one also looks like new. Anyways, Twisted Servants, and these are All sorts of... Wow, look at this head. Yeah, some really disturbing miniatures I'm not gonna be building anytime soon. Cultists and fallen guardsmen. Gellerpox infected. Oh, unbelievable. I really like how they look like, though. They have been painted brilliantly. Glitchling. Glitchling is funny. Wow, have never seen this mini before. Wow, these minis are really cool. Not entirely sure if they're plastic, though. Okay, Dark Mechanicum. Some disturbing engines of Dark Mechanicum. And, of course, Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights, for a very long time, you were supposed to build Chaos Knights from normal Imperial Knights with some sort of spikes or skulls or whatever, until they made specific kits for them. And these kits are amazing. These kits are really, really, really cool. Zangor, of course, Demons of Zinch. Yeah. And we are up to the Xenos threats, where Imperial Fleet... No, it's not Imperial Fleet, it's Ultramarines, because there's Marnes Calgar here, obviously. And Vintrix Guard, they are killing orcs left and right, with Imperial Guard, obviously. Okay, the orcs. We start with the orcs. The boys. Yeah, the boys are really funny. So the funniest army of whole Warhammer 40k, in my opinion, is the orcs. Wow! Unbelievable. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. It's a shame I'm not collecting them. Maybe I should. They look amazing. Look at these guys. Meganobs. Unbelievable. They are so cool. Wow, wow. And of course, the orcs are, for those of you who are completely new to the hobby, I don't know what you're doing on my channel. Anyways, the orcs are the guys that just, like, build pile of trash, and thanks to their very, very subtle psychic abilities, this pile of trash actually works as a weapon or a vehicle or something. This is unbelievable. Look at this really cool orcs vehicle. So there is a video game, I think it's called Speed Freaks, which is all about orcs on the bikes and all sorts of vehicles. Haven't played it. I think it's probably free. I'm not even sure. But yeah, people say it is entertaining. So some orcs. More orcs over here. The Red Gobbo. So this is a Christmas kind of minis. This guy is there almost every year now, or every second year, seemingly. Interesting. Alright, more orcs. They really love the orcs. So it's so many orcs in this book. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Big guns. Look at this. What the heck is this? Smash a gun? No, it's custom mega cannon. And this is Smash a gun. Alright. Wow. Wow, the orcs are funny. Yeah. More Stompas. Okay, we have some Stompas. This is the classic Stompa over here. Kill a can. Very tough to kill in Dawn of War games. And the flyers. Unbelievable. Look at this. Death Copta. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. And of course, Gazgul Trucker. So I think this is the old one. Yeah. So this is the first version. Look, this is almost same size as Makari. This is the second version. And this is the glorious third version that is currently being sold. I'm still looking into a possibility of building this one, but it's gonna be a lot of effort. I can tell you straight away. The Tyranids, the Great Devourer, the scariest faction, arguably. Alright, so we have a bunch of Tyranids here. So I don't know, guys, but for me, all the Tyranids look the same. They are pretty much, this. Yeah, I am very, very unsure which Tyranids are doing what. And for me, this is impossible to understand. Yeah, I will have to read this very carefully in order to get some sort of insights of what the Tyranids are all about. And they explain about hive fleets, different colors, paint schemes, and whatnots. Living weapons, really cool looking Tyranids. We have built Screamer Killer on this channel, and this is how large this guy is. That's very true. And Tyranids through ages. I really like the Lictor evolution. So this Lictor looks like the Predator from the movie. Yeah, they look incredible. Screamer Killer, look at this lad. Look at this lad. Isn't he cute? This one is scary though. Yeah, so these are the Tyranids. They became really, really, really scary and cool faction. Unbelievable. Yes, really cool. Zoanthropes. Really nasty ones over here. Neurotrops. Yeah, very nice. The flyers, some sort of flyers. I didn't even know they have so many flyers, but they do, apparently. And some sort of, is it like a hero units or something? I don't know. And of course the infiltrators, the gene stealers, Lictor again, and the gene stealer cults. Yeah, so I have this one. We're probably gonna build the patriarch. Maybe some people from his entourage. Wow, look at these guys. Look at these. These are not humans at all anymore. Actually, none of them are. Wow. Okay. The Tyranids cultists are fairly new. That is why they look very, very nice. And we move on to Eldari, the Space Elves. The Space Elves range is, sadly for people who play them, is not particularly new. You can see that there are minis like this. Actually, yeah, I think this is probably the old one. Yeah, but there are also modern ones like Maugan, Ra, and some minis further on. I was really looking into building one of those flyers, but yeah, I don't. Striking Scorpions are probably from the Kill Team box. Not entirely sure. And we have built the Autarch. This very one we have built on the channel. They are actually quite cool. I like the older ones too. They look amazing. Surprisingly, Avatar of Cain does not make me want to build it. Okay, so Hemlock. Maybe that was Hemlock that I was interested in. So, but yeah, they have some interesting looking flyers, let's put it this way. Of course, there are some craft worlds. These are the craft worlds Eldari. Really cool. Some more Alantok Bieltan. The color schemes looking really interesting, like this tank. Wave Serpents. Really cool. Other vehicles. Yeah, I really like the tanks. I don't like the walkers, but I really like the tanks that they have. Outcasts and Corsairs. Yeah, they have a bunch of Corsairs, and I'm pretty sure the Corsairs are also from Kill Team boxes. And of course the Drukhari, the Dark Eldar, as they used to be known. Bunch of funny things. The Webway. Yeah, this mini is actually not that mini. It's kind of large. And yeah, more Drukhari over here. Drajar, I have him built somewhere, but not on the channel, not in the video. Some Mandrakes. So we have a bunch of Mandrakes to build. They are from Kill Team Nightmare books. We shall see if we will have time to build them, and if there will be any sort of interest from the viewers. Some sort of flesh workers, witch cults. Yeah, wow, that's a huge range actually. Witches. You can see that Eldari have the same aesthetic for the flyers. Void Raven. And of course the Harlequins. I'm not entirely sure if these guys are still viable as a faction, because there is not so many minis, and the vast majority of the minis that are there are quite old. Not even entirely sure who would be the new ones here. Maybe Shadow Seer. But these are the newer ones, the Inari, obviously. These things over here, and this whatever this thing is, I'm not even knowledgeable about that. But yeah, these are the Eldari. Moving forward, Tau. The people who live in a really funny society that is deeply disturbing. So the Tau look a bit outdated now, apart from the Commander Farsight and Commander Shadow Sun here, of course. The Kroots are also quite old by now, I think, apart from the newer ones released recently. And of course, what I really like about Tau is their suits. They have a bunch of really cool suits over here. These are amazing. Not a huge fan of their tanks. The vehicles are underwhelming, if you ask me. And look at these cute Vespids. The older Vespids. So when this book was prepared, there were no new Vespids from the Kill Team Hivestorm that was released like a week ago or something. So nobody knew about newer Vespids. But yeah, it's actually quite interesting. This one has a Tau helmet. And the newer Vespids also have Tau helmets, but they look more Tau-y, so to speak. Yeah, the Manta. So this is a Raisin Mini, which is diabolically complex to build. I have seen people online building it. And yeah, it is humongous. It is really, really, really large. They tell us that this is the largest kit created by Games Workshop and the Forge World. 630 millimeters long, 860 millimeters wide. So this is almost a meter wide. 12.5 kilos. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. The Necrons, the space dead robots. I really like them. They are my favorite Xeno species. So the Necrons, these are typical Necrons for you guys. And they show us really nice pictures of some of the minis over there. Necrons have a very large range of different minis. Pretty sure I have these ones. I'm not entirely sure about these ones. So all the destroyers, I think this is a heavy destroyer. This is the Locust destroyer. You can say this one is quite old. This one I think is probably a bit newer, but still they are not very, very new. The new monolith, so there is, I think, at least one version of the older one, so this is a cool looking new monolith, quite expensive mini and very large too. And some sort of barges and arcs over here, yeah. Some more cool minis from the Necron range. A Canoptic Doomstalker, this guy, I have built him before. And we have some explanation for Royal Dynasty. So I have this Illuminor Xeras, sour in a box, waiting for his time to be built. I don't have this guy, obviously. I don't think I have a lot of heroes here, but I do possess this mini, Zarek the Silent King. It was a gift, and this mini is very complex. It has a lot of beats. And I have still half built mini of Zarek sitting somewhere on my table. Yeah, takes a while to assemble him. Okay, the Obelisk, which is Tesseract Vaults, which is also monolith looking thing. And a bunch of tongue shards. So this one looks very old, haven't seen this one. This one is much newer, and of course these older ones. which probably are even from Raisin, I'm not even sure. Night sights, I have one of these to assemble. It's gonna be a fun experience, and a bunch of flyers over here. Leagues of Wotan, probably the last Xenos faction over here, we shall see. Yes, wow, look at these guys. These are the Space Dwarfs. The Space Dwarfs that look incredibly cool. I really like that they decided to go with some sort of Scandinavian look for them, because Scandinavian look is always cool, in my opinion. And it is really nice that they have Scandinavian look not only on the Space Wolves, but also on these Leagues of Wotan. Which probably might say something about they are running out of ideas, but yeah, I prefer to see it another way. Some really cool vehicles. I didn't like them in the beginning, especially this one. This is like just a box. But the more I look at them, the more I actually like them. So I do possess some of the Leagues of Wotan guys, especially the characters over here, and the maybe they are over here. Yeah, exactly, the Hearthguard. But yeah, I'm still on the edge about purchasing the vehicles, and yeah, we shall see. Hearthkin Salvagers, and there is also a kill team with new Hearthkin. I'm blanking on the name, but they are definitely not on the book, but they look incredibly cool. For those of you who are curious, this is how the new guys look like. They are incredibly cool. They're something pioneers. Alright, moving forward. Scale guides. This is how large the minis are. I think this is 1:1 scale on this page. Very, very cool. And of course the index. Yeah, so that is pretty much the book for you guys. Some really cool art over here. And here we have it, my friends, the ultimate guides from DK to Warhammer 40K. What can I say? This book is really, really cool. It is a really good gift for people who want to be introduced to the hobby. I think this book is gonna be very helpful for this kind of introduction because it gives a very high-level overview. First of all, what Warhammer is, what kind of hobby it is, what kind of factions are there. It describes some factions, and it showcases the minis in a really, really nice way. Strongly recommend this book as a gift for your friend, partner, relative, if they are mildly curious about Warhammer 40k. The book is not cheap though, you should keep that in mind. Actually, it is not that expensive either, because nowadays it is comparable to a cost of a middle-sized box from Games Workshop full of minis, and I think if I compare a box of Space Marines to this book, which costs roughly the same, I would go for a book 100% time, because I have already a lot of Space Marines anyway. And what else I really like about this book is that they showcase us a lot of really different minis. Of course, they don't have space for the whole range of Games Workshop products, because it's so many of them over there, but you still can see and get some idea what the minis are about, what the different factions are about, how do you build them, how do you paint them. Actually, not building them, probably not about building, but about painting, the color schemes and whatnot. And I think this book can be really helpful for people who want to decide what kind of army to pick up next, or even first, if this is a book for a person who haven't played Warhammer 40k before. So the book is really, really, really cool. It's gonna sit on my shelf. I'm gonna consult with some pictures when I'm painting the minis. And yeah, overall, I'm extremely happy with this book. The only question I have for Games Workshop, why did it take so long to compile this really nice book? And yeah, the cut-off for the minis presented in the book is probably somewhere summer 2024, early autumn 2024, because some of the minis that were released recently are not in this book. including some kill team minis and so on and so forth. So the book right now, in October 2024, the book represents the range really nicely, range of the minis. Going forward, in several years, they might want to do another one. And that is gonna be all for today, my friends. Thank you very much for your attention. It was a quite long video, but I hope you had as much fun as I did going through the book. It was larger than I anticipated. Anyways, if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. If you want to get some notifications about further videos, click that bell button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Max is out. Take care. Bye.